Hi, welcome back to the Creative Camper Soaps. Tonight we're going to be making a watermelon soap, getting ready for summer, and we're going to do a juicy red watermelon soap. It's always a fun one to do and usually comes out quite nice. So come along and let's see how it goes. Have you guys noticed some days that my oils appear more cloudy than others? Maybe you think I'm using a different recipe or different oils, but I'm not. All it has to do with is temperature. In the morning, I melt some of the hard oils and combine them with the liquid oils. And if it's cold throughout the day like it was today, they start to, get more solid in there. Usually it's okay, and I just have to mix it in real well together. Sometimes it has to be remelted. But I like to soap at room temperature, so I don't like to have to reheat them if I don't have to. I just like to leave them as they are. Same with the lye water. It gets mixed in the morning, and then by the evening it's the same room temperature as the oils. Less thick already, which is good. I like a little time for this one. Well, speaking of time, do you guys ever feel like you're just hustling all the time? I feel like most days I'm hustling. I try to start my day off with an hour-long walk, and I listen to a couple sermons on podcasts as I'm walking. And I also have to go, if I'm working that day, I walk down to the office and I have to get my temperature taken. So I conquer that at the same time. And then I'll walk home and make myself some coffee and walk the dog, feed the dog, and then I'll sit down and I will spend some time reading my Bible and then going over my planner for the day. Use different colors here. Let's see what we need for today. I'm going to have 2 greens, the reddish pink, and a white, which I'm going to mix one of the greens in for the pith of the watermelon. So hopefully that goes well. So I'll spend some time doing that, and then the business side of soap making means that I need to get on social media and engage with other makers and creators and whatnot, so I try to do that in the morning too before I get my one child up for school. The other one is pretty self-sufficient. My high schooler is pretty self-sufficient. I drag my other one out of bed around 9 o'clock and get him going on school and make my breakfast. And if I'm not working, even if I am working, that's when I mix the oils. Some days I do not do that. It depends on, I don't want to start with this color. it depends on how many cabins I'm doing. If I have a 3-cabin day, like Tuesdays are usually a 3-cabin day plus youth group, so I don't do cabins, or I don't do soaps on those days. But if I have 2 cabins, if I have 1 cabin, no cabins, those are soaping days. So I'll mix all my oils and stuff in the morning. I'm trying to decide which color I want and with what. This is going to need all of this. This is a little lighter. Over here. And then this one is going to need some white in it. Just a little bit. So then I have an hour or so. My son, let's see, I work on Mondays and Tuesdays, and my son is homeschooled Monday through Thursday. So I usually go to work. Some Mondays I don't have any work to do, so that's good. I'm home. But on Tuesdays for sure I go to work, and he's on his own from like 10:30 until I get off of work. I say he's on his own. If he needs my help, I'm right nearby, so he comes to get me, or he'll text me or whatever. But I mean, as far as schoolwork goes, he works independently on those days. And then the other days that I have off, which is Wednesday and Thursday, that's when I will work with him on the things that he needs extra help with. Those 2 colors look identical. So that's okay. We will lighten this one up here. Give this a good shake. Not to mention all the normal stuff we gotta do as moms and wives. Fortunate Elijah helps out a lot with things like laundry and stuff. Okay, I'm really not liking this green. I don't know if it's because of the color of the bowl. In here. So soap making happens at nighttime. I usually try to start around 7, sometimes a little later. And then there's all the other stuff, photo editing, video editing, all that fun stuff. So let's see what we're gonna do here. Guess it's a little bit of a color variant. I think we'll just do it in the pot with this. too much because I don't want those colors to one color. On very thinly. We'll see how that's going to go. So I guess it's good for days to be filled with things to do, to be busy. All right, so that does that. I think that turned out okay. I'll clean it up a little bit. I'm going to get cleaned up a little bit here, and then we'll get the other part. Ooh, look at that. It's already setting. All right. I'll use this. Well, this is pretty pink, but I'm not sure how it's gonna, it might turn, it's kind of a pinkish red. It might be okay. Oh, it's pretty. I think that'll work. I think that's gonna be okay. I'm almost tempted to add a little more, but we'll get a second opinion. Hey, Andon. Give me a second opinion on this color. Is it too pinky? Should I add a little more? It's for watermelon. Make it a little more red, or you just never know.
Well then, oh yeah, definitely add
A little more? Okay.
Just a little.
Because that'd be horrible if I asked his opinion and then decided to do what I wanted. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you ask the waiter, what's good on the menu? And they tell you, and then you pick something else.
People do that all the time.
I know, I do it too. It's horrible, but what can you say? Okay, and then what we're gonna add to this is some poppy seeds, because poppy seeds are they're very small. So on the exfoliation side, they're fine. Also on your drain, they're fine because they don't expand like chia seeds or something like that. So that would not be good. So we're gonna just a little bit to start. We don't really need to overdo it, and we'll see if that's enough. And it usually is enough. You don't usually need a whole lot, just to get the idea. Yeah, that'll be fine. If I can look through the side and see poppy seeds, we're good. All right. So you saw that went back fluid, which is great for pouring. And even that's still a little fluid, so I'm going to pour it on the spatula. And I see that. The spatula just breaks the fall so it doesn't go through the layer. And then once it's to about there, I'm okay. Scrape this. Because it's awkward to pour like this. Wow. Alright, so we're going to have to wait for this to thicken up before I can get the rest on the top, because my 6-pound, for some reason my 6-pound soap recipe doesn't fit in my 7-pound mold. I haven't figured that one out yet, but we'll just let it thicken up, and then I'll plop it on the top and it'll all be good. Well, one thing us moms are really good at is multitasking. God gave us a special ability to do that, so but I think it's important too that we do take some of that time, whether it's going to the gym in the morning, whatever's your thing. I can't stand the gym personally, but I love to go walking, and so I can do that, and then I continue that time when I get home and enjoy my coffee and my quiet time with God and with His Word, and it really helps to set up the day. I definitely feel if I miss it, I definitely feel a little out of sorts that day. Like I missed something. So I'm gonna try try to prevent this one from getting soda ash, which is just a cosmetic occurrence while soap cures and is exposed to the air. Sometimes it gets like a little ashy on the top. Doesn't affect the soap in any way. It's just looks a lot better if it doesn't have it, but some of the colors will do that. So we'll see if I can try to prevent that with this one. And a little cleanup here to do. That's what the spray is. It's just rubbing alcohol. It just helps